got a skull cap. I think it looks pretty good. It's not an adventure hat, but it's going to be cold today for this hike, and my ears, I get like terrible headaches when my ears get cold. I'm sure you guys do too. I think that's normal. Well, this is Cooper. He's a German short-haired pointer. He's like one of the best dogs I know. He's my aunt and uncle's dog. And yeah, he's peeing. Good boy. It's only going to be like high in the mid-40s today, but we're back at it again. My sister is joining me for another hike at Taum Sauk Mountain, which is located at the highest point in the state of Missouri. I talked about it in my first vlog and decided that it would be a great second vlog. It's rained a ton this past week, so I'm really hoping the rather non-exciting waterfall is going to be in full action and I can get you guys some good shots. Quick shout out to my aunt and uncle for using a reusable K-cup. The amount of waste that K-cups causes, there's like 2 billion K-cups that get disposed into landfills every year. So this is one nice thing you can do if you like your, cupped coffee. Sunflowers are my favorite. Next to roses. I love roses. They're my favorite flower. Next to orchids. Love orchids. I like flowers. I'm a flower guy. I don't know what to say.
Hey!
Hi!
Hey, good morning!
Oh, this is natural as fuck. God damn, nailed that intro. Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Can you do me a favor today? Can you, at some point, can you say, hey, Cole, could you get your $2,500 camera out of your backpack and put down your vlog camera for a second and get some B-roll for these fine people?
I would be happy to say that.
Okay, because I'm a little lazy when we're hiking, you know. I just like doing the whole vlogging thing, and I get fine video, but I feel like they need to see some extra, nice slow motion stuff.
They do.
Okay.
They deserve that.
We're gonna do
the
that.
people deserve it.
That thing got a Hemi. So on my first vlog, I did a terrible job introducing the channel. So it's Discovering Hieronymus, and my name is Cole Hieronymus, and that's our given family name. Caitlin is also a Hieronymi as well. That's the pluralized version of the name, kind of like hippopotami. And this whole channel is just like discovering me, so we already talked about, you guys kind of know what I'm coming from. I've never been on my own and explored just anything really about myself, and so that's what this channel is just delivering you guys what I'm doing in my 30s as a newly single dude who wants to travel the country full time ahead. Any words, Caitlin?
I'm just so grateful to have the opportunity to forget everything I'm doing and go on hikes like this.
Yeah, me too. So we stopped in Herculaneum again to get a COVID coffee for the road. It's a 2-hour drive. It's about 25 miles past where we hiked at Hahn State Park this last time. And, typically I love to get the driving footage, but Caitlin has very shaky hands and none of the driving footage turned out, so I didn't want to bore you guys with it. So we're just escaping through time and space really quickly here. COVID coffee!
Drink up!
Really forgot how windy those roads are, right, Caitlin?
It was fucking terrible.
It's also super wet in this area. That's what she said. But this is the worst this road's ever been coming into it. But the good news is that means there's going to be a ton of water. So hopefully that waterfall is going great. Welcome to the highest point in the state of Missouri. There's a fire tower that I'm going to make Katie go up, as well as myself, because I don't like heights, to give you an even better view. But Taum Sauk sits just above 1,700 feet. And yeah, got it all to ourselves today. You know what's really cool about having this place to ourselves? Is no one's going to hear our cries for help. We've got sunflowers, we've got birds, we've got butterflies, we've got scorpions? We don't have scorpions. Striped scorpions. Holy shit. I didn't know that. I've been here before. This does not look like a new sign. I don't know how I did not notice that. Katie's worried that the sun's going to go down before we do this hike.
You don't understand Cole.
What do you mean? You don't understand Cole, or you don't understand Cole?
He believes he's got the best of ideas. He has a perfect time frame. But then we get on a mountain and we get lost.
I mean, I did get lost here once, but, what are the odds? What are the chances, I've got a lighter. We'd be fine. We'd forage for scorpions. Duh. Oh my god, look at these craters. So we are on Taum Sauk Mountain. And it could be Taum Sauk. I don't know how you actually pronounce it.
I think it's Sauk.
Well, at least that's how us uncultured white people pronounce it. So take it for what it is. So this is the Mina Sauk Falls Trail, and it's 3 miles, which doesn't sound that, crazy. Katie's snapping a picture of the trail sign. I don't know if you guys can see that. But it is a junction on the Ozark Trail, so if I do decide to do the complete Ozark Trail ahead, I will pass through this area. And it does connect with Johnson Shut-ins, which is a really well-known area. It has a wonderful swimming hole in the summer months. And that's also where the great reservoir failure happened in 2005. It was one of the largest reservoir breaches in United States history. It's very quiet right now. Really liking the vibe.
Look at that. Not shaky at all.
Katie's upset. She found out that I told you guys that she was shaky and I didn't like the footage she did last time. She's a little bitter about it now.
What are you doing?
I just realized I didn't download the fucking trail from All Trails. So in the event we get lost, we'll have something to look at, which would be good. It'd be good because it would be bad. The thing that's tricky about this trail is when it gets wet, there's a lot of open granite rocks that you'll see. And when it gets wet, that water starts creating trails that you think are the right direction you want to go in. So you still can get off trail on a 3-mile hike, like it's best to have a downloadable map, or I don't know, you're just going to run into that too when you're hiking. So kind of have to trust that you're not going to die. What do we do early, Caitlin?
What? Hydrate.
Early and often. That's the rule of thumb. You get to this crossroad. You can go left. You can go right. I think we're going to be coming back from the right, but that also leads to the Ozark Trail Junction. So if people are going to be hiking the Ozark Trail, that's the way they go.
Oh, we're doing the Sauk Falls.
What do you want to say?
Just want to make sure we're going in the right direction.
You're concerned? Well, I'm pretty sure it says Mina Sauk Falls to the right, dear.
Okay, perfect.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, this is a high indicator that it's going to be very wet ahead, because this is usually not covered in water, and there is a ton of water. So there'll probably be a couple dicey situations that we'll have to kind of get through ahead in all likelihood. But that's great. It means the waterfall is going to be dope. So I've really struggled with shoulder pain and back pain over the years. And part of the reason why I've had such issues, especially when hiking, is because I wasn't wearing my backpack properly. I'm actually not wearing it properly right now either. But when you have a waist strap, you want to make sure that's really tight so the weight of your pack sits on your hips. You shouldn't have the weight of the pack sitting on your shoulders. So that's caused me a lot of discomfort previously. So something to maybe try out yourself ahead. This is what fairies dream about. The moss is out in full force right now. I think that bit of rain we got is making it really happy. We just passed 2 girls, and I asked them if the falls was going pretty good. And they're like, oh, we didn't actually get there. and they turned back. They went like 1.5 miles in, which is plenty far enough to get to the falls. But, you know, like I was saying, it's really easy to kind of get off trail when it's super wet like this. So I'm not surprised to hear that, but good on them on turning back once they were like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. This is an area where it gets really tricky. You can see the ground's lit up like it's a path going right over, but like I said, it's kind of hard to find the other side where the trail starts again. One of the best views here. Really extreme lighting. You can barely see it because the lighting's garbage, but the tip of the reservoir is actually sticking up out there. You can see the concrete wall. So the Johnson Shut-ins Reservoir, I don't know what you call it, catastrophe, levee break. Regardless, 1.3 billion gallons of water were released all at the same time when the wall ended up breaking. I think there was a lot of heavy rains, and it was an old reservoir too at the time, but it took out all of the trees down a huge stretch. I've never been to Johnson Shut-ins myself, which is kind of a surprise, but we're gonna go over and do it, and you can actually do the hike up where the water slid down from the reservoir, because it's been completely voided of trees and foliage and just has a ton of rock and concrete debris there now.
Pull up the map.
It's fine. I'm not lost yet. I'll let you know. This is the tricky one. This is the one that always gets me. Opens up and you just don't know if you need to be high or low. And I'm trying my best to look for trail markers here, but it's been a while, I think, since they've updated it all. It's always good to be looking down. When you're seeing footprints, that's always a good sign. When you're not seeing footprints, that's a bad sign. We've got some people following us right now, so they're going to be following me in the wrong direction if I'm going in the wrong direction. It's the one bad thing to do while hiking, is just relying on the people in front of you. Then all of a sudden you're lost together. See, definitely off trail. Luckily, I see flowing water ahead, so I think that's where the falls is going to be. This is a pretty good hill going down to the water, and then we're going to have a crazy uphill as we follow the falls up and around the loop. It's getting really beautiful up in this bitch. All right, here's the drop off. And the falls is just on the other side.
So exciting. Always have one.
You can see two people picnicking up there on the rocks. But these are giant boulders. Katie's a little out of her league here, so I'm gonna scale down and grab some shots of the waterfall.
Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Yeah, baby, I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before.
This is how Cole leaves his cell phone. Just on a rock by water. Don't fall. Careful.
That's the closest to rock climbing without rock climbing. At this point, you have the option of going back the route you came to get here, and the trail would be somewhere around 2.5 miles then. Or if you hate yourself, like we do, you go right up the hill and plow through the most difficult part of the trail. So let's do it. And it's gonna keep going up for a while. Hey, if you took this trail recently and you're missing a glove, it is located near the falls. It is waiting for you. So, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Katie. Meanwhile, a fun fact about me, half my body weight is my thighs, which is a huge advantage when it comes to climbing up steep rocks, but has its disadvantages too, like fitting them into pants. This is an awesome pine tree. That's like dictionary worthy of a pine tree right there. I've got sad news, guys. My hat fell off. My head got sweaty. I had to take it off. And then Katie goes, "Is it green?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I saw it. I thought it was someone else's." Oh yeah. It's not even in a puddle. Just got it. $5 Target. Preach. We're starting to raise above the creek. But it's no joke. This stretch is definitely the hardest. They keep on going up for a little bit. So we're taking a little break. My shirt is soaked through. And handy tip number 5 from Cole is to bring an extra shirt on your hike, which I did. So I'm probably gonna get changed real quick and not be wet. It's really wet right now. Obviously, I've said that like 9 times. But this moss, it's like super wet underneath. But the very top stuff, if you take off the very top, it's super flammable. Like the flame is still rolling. So if you ever need to start a fire, get to picking. This part is a real bitch, I'm not gonna lie. Katie is like, how you doing?
Awful. It's terrible. You did not explain this before we left.
It's 3 miles. All right, we're officially on part of the Ozark Trail right now. We probably have been, but that's the first official marker. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my foot in my mouth, but I think this is one of like the old Native American tree markers. And at least it resembles what a lot of them look like. They bend young tree branches or trunks, and then they naturally grow in like this peculiar right elbow direction. And this tree is very old. I mean, it's one of the biggest trees probably around. But nonetheless, I think they're really cool. I always look for trees like this when I'm out hiking. I saw one other tree that had a very similar bend too, but they would just naturally lead to, I guess, significant landmarkers and safe travels. But something cool to look up regardless. So what's the most annoying thing about hiking with me, Katie?
Just the constant stopping.
Constant stopping?
Yeah, and will you please hold the camera?
I do ask that a lot.
Oh, but you're shaky.
Yeah, well, it's hard to find good help these days. So we're a little further down the way, and here's another one. They just look very distinct. They almost kind of like overarch under the way they were bent and held in place. But again, I don't know, you know, maybe this tree's just fucking growing like that, but I know that's what they look like. Oh God. Started walking before I thought things out.
What should I do?
I don't know. Oh, fuck. You feel it in your shoe yet?
Not yet.
Oh, wow. That was a whole foot submerged. Do you want to say that fact again?
You know why I bring 2 sandwiches?
And why is that?
In case we get lost.
What are you trying to say?
I
Like,
got a peanut butter and jelly to carry me through the night and into the morning.
you literally just like weighing the option that I'm going to get us lost when we go hiking each time?
Yes, I think that's safe and responsible.
I think that's insulting. So the biggest downfall of this trail is since it starts at the highest point of Missouri, that means you're going downhill through half of the hike. And then the other half, you're going back uphill. So all of this is slightly uphill to the trailhead parking lot. But besides that little bit next to the falls and the creek, it's not too terrible. Bam. Right back where we started.
Are we going to climb that?
Yeah, and for our final adventure for the day, we're going up the fire tower. I've kind of heard of a couple people that have been here and not known there's a fire tower. It's not where the trailhead is. You just have to go left instead of right towards the trailhead. Anyways, did I mention I don't like heights?
Do this.
You don't like heights either?
I hate heights.
Oh, this is gonna be fun then.
No, I can't do it.
We got this.
No.
I hate heights too. I've done it before. It's fine. You're gonna be great. Your bitch ass is going up there.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yes.
No.
Go ahead, tell the people that you hate them and you don't want them to see this nice view at the top. Come on.
Shaky.
It is a little shaky. That man just came down from up here, Caitlin. Aw, she looks like me at the fire tower in New York. You guys remember that?
Oh, I can't do it.
You can't do it? Okay, well, bye, Katie. Katie's giving up. You're a quitter. Guys, you know me. I don't like heights. This is a good time to talk about my 200 patron goal, though. I set a goal of 200 patrons, and if we hit that, whew, I'm starting to feel it. I will conquer my fears and jump out of a plane for your viewing pleasure. So, something to work towards together. The very top is locked, but we're going to be able to see out this platform here. Whew. It is high up here, guys. Definitely takes your breath away. This is as steady as I can be with a slight wind and an irrational fear of heights.
Bye, thank you for joining us.
Tell them you're sorry.
I'm sorry for not climbing the water tower.
Yeah, that's what we thought. I think you called it a water tower. There is no water on this tower. Guys, thanks for joining. Another solid hike in the books. Conquering that fear of heights right now. I'm technically doing another hike tomorrow, so we may have another wonderful day in nature ahead of us. But, I'm just trying to start us out, get these going. Obviously, trails, hiking, outdoors is going to be a lot of this, but it's going to get weird. We're going to do different playlists, just getting started. Peace.